I know what this sounds like, but I swear, I can hear breathing, and it isn't mine. It's slow, wet, like someone breathing through a mask. Right next to the mic. I'm in the hallway now, just outside the nursery door, but I can't bring myself to go in. The monitor's red light is blinking like it always does, but tonight it's flashing faster. It never does that. I thought maybe it was interference. Maybe the neighbors are picking up a signal. Maybe it's not my house at all, but then it said something. Just 3 words, so quiet I couldn't make them out at first, but when I leaned in, when I turned the volume all the way up, I heard it. I see you. I should have left when I first saw the footage, but I didn't. And now it's too late. Because whatever this thing is, Kit, it isn't breaking in, it's already here. And if that monitor isn't lying, it's standing right behind the crib. 3 months ago, I thought I was escaping chaos. The city had become unbearable. Constant sirens. People screaming at 3 a.m. for no reason. That looming feeling that something bad was always about to happen, come after the break-in. I couldn't do it anymore. I needed out. I needed quiet, so I moved to the suburbs. This place was supposed to be safe. Tree-lined streets, coffee shops with smiling baristas, joggers waving like we were all in some live-action Pinterest board. The house was old but charming, tin and cheap, suspiciously cheap, actually. But I figured it was a post-COVID market miracle. I even started working remotely, no more packed trains or dead-eyed coworkers in gray cubicles. Just me, my laptop, and the gentle hum of unseen sprinklers across identical front lawns. But the weird started early. The front door keypad never reset, even after I changed the code 3 times. Sometimes it wouldn't lock at all. My next-door neighbor, a guy with this vacant stare, told me he'd lived here his whole life, and then asked if I'd met the attic yet. He laughed like it was a bad joke, but I didn't get it. Still, I brushed it all off as idiosyncrasies of suburban life, small-town quirks. But now I know why the last owner left so fast. She didn't move. She ran. It started small, stupid even. The garage light turned on by itself at 3:12 a.m. I figured maybe I pressed something on my phone by accident. One of those stupid smart home sync settings I never fully understood. Then it happened again the next night. Same time, Sim's soft humming glow through the blinds like a dying flashlight. My dog, Riley, started whining at the hallway, just standing, their ears perked, tail rigid, fixated on nothing. I got up, thinking she needed to go out, but she wouldn't budge, just stared, cookie and growled, low in her throat. I checked. Nothing there. Then there were the keys. I have a ceramic tray by the front door, one of those live, laugh, love, ones I pretend I hate. I put my keys there every night, but one morning, they were on the kitchen table. Another, in the bathroom drawer. Once, I found them on top of the fridge. I live alone. I started texting Maddie, my best friend, little updates. At first, she played along. Bruh, do you have a ghost roommate? I laughed, kind of told her it was probably just me being forgetful. The stress of the move or too much true crime before bed. Key. She sent me a meme of a ghost holding car keys with the caption, "This'll mess with him." But deep down, I wasn't laughing. That 20% of me, the part I tried to ignore, kept whispering that something was off. That I wasn't misplacing things. That something was moving them. watching me fumble, waiting to see how long it would take me to notice. Turns out, not long at all. The notification popped up at 2:08 a.m. Motion detected. Front hallway tap to view. I stared at it, squinting in the dark. The icon was an amber eye. Not ring, not nest. I didn't even remember installing a security app. Seat. I tapped it anyway, half asleep and curious, and it opened to grainy black and white footage of my own damn hallway. The phone vibrated. Buffering. Then the screen fluttered like static, to analog for 2023. And then I saw it. Not a person. Not clearly, but a shape. Tall, heavier on one side, like a shoulder had been dislocated and left that way. A lump where the head should have been, tilting slightly, unnaturally. It stood just at the edge of the dining room entryway, where my back had been turned, where I'd been eating dinner. I watched, paralyzed, as the figure lingered. It didn't move with a purpose. It didn't rush. It just existed, watching, sinking into the corner like smoke too thick to move. And then, without me touching anything, the video vanished. The app closed itself. When I tried reopening it, it was gone, like it had never been installed at all. No icon, no history. I told myself it was a dream, sleep paralysis. Too much screen time, latent guilt from forgetting to call my mom back, anything. But I checked the hallway. I double-checked the locks. I stared at the spot where it had stood, and I couldn't unsee it. It had been watching me eat, not trying to scare me, not trying to break in, just watching. I kept telling myself it was nothing, just paranoia, right? But something had stared at me through a screen I never set up, and whatever it was, it wanted me to know it was real. The app was back the next night, same amber icon, no notification this time, just sitting there on my home screen like it had always been there. Curiosity beat fear, so I opened it, quit, timestamped 3:41 a.m. It wasn't the hallway this time. It was my bedroom. The angle was unfamiliar, high, like from the corner of the ceiling, a vantage point that didn't make sense. The camera was pointed directly at me, fast asleep, one arm sprawled across the bed. Riley wasn't in the frame, which was strange, because she always sleeps curled near my feet. For a long moment, it looked like static, and then I saw a hand. It crept into view from behind my closet door, slow, deliberate, pale like it hadn't seen the sun in years. The fingers tapped the doorframe once, then retreated, like it was testing the waters. I jumped out of bed, heart skipping somewhere into another dimension, searched every room, every closet, even the crawl space under the stairs. Nothing. But that camera wasn't mine, and neither was that angle. The next morning, I marched to the leasing office. The landlord, some guy named Curtis who smelled like printer ink and apathy, stared at me like I was asking about UFO sightings. Cameras in the bedroom, written, installed by who? When I asked about the attic, he blinked. There's no interior access, he said. Fire hazard and all. You'd have to get in from outside unless. Unless. The old crawl hatch is still loose. He said it like he didn't want to know the answer. I posted about it, read it, our creepy Someone DM'd me within an hour. Check the vents. My cousin thought someone was living in their attic. Turned out they were inside the walls. 2 days later, That account was deleted. But here's the thing no one talks about. When something's living inside your space, when it knows the layout, your patterns, your fears, it doesn't have to break in, but it waits. Because it was never outside to begin with. I packed the bag in under 5 minutes, laptop, wallet, charger, dog leash. Riley was already pacing in circles, sensing something I didn't understand. I didn't care where we went, anywhere but here. I tried the front door, lock, not the kind of lock you fix with a key. It rattled like it had been welded shut. I ran to the back, but the sliding glass door was stuck, jammed like the frame had been warped overnight. I don't remember closing the garage, but it was sealed to dead, like the whole house had gone rigid. I called Maddie, my screen blinked once, then dialed Marcus, a guy I hadn't spoken to in 2 years, when I tried again. It called voicemail services on speaker. Then the lights went out. A voice from somewhere, maybe the TV, maybe inside my own head, calmly announced, "Backup power active." Except I don't have backup power. I drove to the library, didn't ask questions, just connected to the guest Wi-Fi and dug into town records. I searched the address, previous owners, emergency reports. Most of it was normal until I found the sealed police file. The site glitched when I clicked it, But for just a second, I saw the name redacted in bold at the top. My name, same spelling, same middle initial. That file was from 5 years ago. I shouldn't have seen it. That report wasn't about someone else, it was about me. Or someone who looked exactly like me. Someone who lived here once and maybe never left. I watched the footage again, the one that shouldn't exist. The grainy bedroom clip. Paused on the frame where that figure slips half into view. This time, I looked closer. It didn't have eyes, just shadows where they should have been. And the face, the shape of it, it was wrong. Not just disfigured, but familiar. Cave, like someone tried to recreate me from memory and got most of it right, but left the soul out. Or maybe it wasn't supposed to be me at all, at first. I thought the house was haunted, but this doesn't feel like a ghost. It's older, smarter, patient. They don't break in, they seep in. The house is the invitation. A neighbor once said, "That lock was broken before you moved in." I thought he meant physically, but he didn't, did he? Some homes aren't lived in. They pick someone, wear them down, study them, then they welcome something in. Something that's always watching. And now, it's wearing my face. I don't know how much time I have. If you're seeing this, it means I got it uploaded in time. Maybe you think I'm crazy. Maybe you'll downvote me into oblivion or write some snarky comment about tinfoil hats. But if your camera app ever activates on its own, don't open it. If your dog starts growling at empty doorways. If your keys end up somewhere you know you didn't leave them. Burn your lease. Sleep in your car. I don't care. Just don't stay. Because it doesn't matter if you lock the doors, It doesn't even matter if you never invite it in. Some places are already taken. And some things don't need permission. Wait. That door was closed. That door was cut to black.